Ask yourself this: what would have happened if somebody opened fire to the tune of 180 bullets on any other government building? What would the response have been? And yet, we're not seeing responses out of the White House or even enough from RFK Jr. And certainly, it just hasn't hit the news in the same way. And you have to ask yourself if the very same conspiracy theories and the ways that our media have picked them up and failed to cover them are also part and parcel of why this isn't being talked about the way that it deserves.
There were 4 buildings that were hit on the CDC campus. One of the hardest hit was Building 21, which is where all the immunization offices are. We have no idea if that was purposeful or not, given that it seems like the motive is around the COVID-19 vaccine. But that those were my friends' desks. They're in there. They were in there, and I got a ton of texts and phone calls and videos sent to me Friday night, and it's really hard to get your head around all of this. I think it's even harder to see how crappy the aftermath has been, or lack thereof. I think it's heartbreaking that this is um the 10th story on New York Times, right? Like, this isn't even the top story, which tells us how much of a shit show we're in right now, right? Like, it just validates how heavy the world is. And I think that makes me angry. I think it makes me angry. We haven't heard anything from really anyone on both sides of the aisle. And when public health the past 2 or 3 years, I've been really proud of us for listening and talking about lessons learned during the pandemic and reaching out. But it's a two-way street. It is a two-way street. And if there's no give, it's hard to understand how there's going to be take.
The whole situation is just, it is sickening. It is heart wrenching. Our hearts go out to the people who show up every day at the CDC to keep us safe, and certainly to the family of the slain law enforcement officer who gave his life to keep them safe. And we hope that this is a moment for all of us to start asking, what does it take to protect the people who protect us from folks who have weaponized our government against reason and against science?